ahead and lay on our backs. Feet will be on the ground, knees will be up, as we always do. Then just let your feet walk to the outside of the mat. Let your knees collapse towards each other. Yeah, so perfect. Feet down, knees up. But if that's not comfortable, seriously, any posture if it's not comfortable, find your own way to do it and you're doing it right. So we're going to let the knees just sort of collapse towards each other. Place one hand on your heart, one hand on the belly. And let your eyes get really soft here. So you're just looking up through the tree, through the leaves. Not really focusing on any specific leaf, not any branch, not any color. Almost like it's a big movie screen and you're seeing everything all at once. Notice sounds. See if you can find the furthest sound your ears can detect. Begin to notice sounds a bit closer. And slowly begin tuning into your actual breath. Wherever you notice it most distinctly, either at your belly rising and falling, maybe in your throat, maybe in your mouth, but just notice that you have a breath. Right? And it's okay if your mind wanders. That's what they're designed to do, especially in this busy world. Just come back to it whenever you notice. And we'll begin to pull our belly buttons all the way to our spine. Open your mouth. Let the breath just fall out. Right? Let's fill the low belly with air. Fill the rib cage. Fill your chest with air. Fill your throat with air. And pause just for a moment, letting your shoulders relax. And then open your mouth. Let the breath just fall out. Again, into the belly, into the rib cage, into the chest, into the throat. Pause just for a moment and notice your body. Notice if anything is tensing that you don't need it to. And then open your mouth. Open it. Let's just nice exhale. And then one last time, big breath all the way from the bottom to the top, noticing the rib cage touching the ground. Pause and release. Let the breath come back naturally. Let it fall back out. Still noticing what you hear. Still noticing your soft eyes. Just begin to wake your body back up by letting your knees flop left and right. Doesn't matter what it looks like. Just giving your lower back a little massage. Your booty getting a massage from Mother Earth. Thanks, Mother Earth. Beautiful. Maybe your arms stretch up past your head, like a big kitty cat stretch here, rolling your wrists out. Still breathing, still noticing what you hear, still noticing what you see. You are alive. What? Beautiful. And on any old exhale, we're going to bring the knees towards the chest here. So just give yourself a big hug. If this is a lot on your knees, you can grab your thighs, the backs of your thighs instead of your shins. Great. If you have boobies or a little cute belly, you can separate your knees and just give yourself a little space. And just find a little movement here, rocking back and forth, pulling the knees as close or as not close as is comfortable. So you're just trying to feel yummy here. Beautiful. And let's go ahead and push the heels towards the sky. So straighten the legs, the heels come towards the sky. It's okay if the legs don't totally straighten, and you can let your hands come to the ground. Palms down, palms up, whatever works for you. Great. So while you're here, see if you can allow your rib cage just sort of like knit towards your body. So you're sort of pulling the rib cage in. So gently engaging that rib cage, maybe gently engaging the low belly, still pulling the heels towards the sky. It looks easy, it's not easy. So if you're like, man, this is kind of hard, you're not alone. But breathe, soften your face, soften your jaw. Notice the trees, notice the sounds. You are alive. Great. Bring those toes towards your face a little bit more so you're flexing your feet. Beautiful. Bend the knees, give yourself a hug. Be like, whoa. And we're going to separate the knees and grab the feet from the outside. So your hands are in between the legs. You're going to grab your feet, or you can grab your shins or calves or whatever you can reach. I'm feeling a little tight today, so I'm going to grab my ankles because that feels a little more comfortable. This is called Happy Baby. And now you know why babies like to do it, because it's kind of fun. Everybody always ends up sort of swaying back and forth like moss in a tree. That is right. You're doing it right intuitively. Perfect. So you can straighten one leg, straighten the other. You can bring the knees towards the ground. You're just wiggling. Low pressure wiggling here. Beautiful. So go ahead and release those legs, and we're going to easy peasy roll up, woo, to a seated position. It is muggy out here, so just pay attention. If you feel lightheaded, well, hello, welcome. If you feel lightheaded, just tuck your chin and give a little swallow. That'll usually kind of help your equilibrium again. So great. Here's another loosey goosey sort of warm up that feels really nice on the shoulders. We're going to pretend like we're sort of grabbing something out of the ground so you can sort of sweep your arms. Big inhale, like you're reaching your breath up. And then exhale, fountain the arms out wide. Beautiful, nice exhale. Cross the wrists in front, big inhale. Big inhale, and then let those shoulders relax. Just let it go. Beautiful, big inhale. You can close your eyes if it feels good and go at your own pace. Connect to your own breath here. Hearing the birds, seeing the leaves, appreciating the humidity. Welcome to Florida. And like a fountain, you're fountaining it out. Fountains are so soft, beautiful. And you can even begin to sort of let your body move with it now. So, kind of coming down, pulling it up, arching the back, and then collapsing back down. Or, I guess, surrendering back down. Surrender is willful, collapse is just sort of lazy. Just a couple more of these. Ooh, my earbud fell out. Beautiful. One more. And we'll bring the arms straight up in the air. Let's see if we can do a little trick here. Switch your legs out. Whee! So you're going to be crossed kind of like the goofy way. Your legs are going to feel crooked. Great. We'll bring that left hand down and bring that right arm up and over. Big inhale. You're going to feel it in your rib cage. Great. So if it's uncomfortable making your arms straight, you can always do a goddess arm. That'll be nice too. So you can even try it out. which feels better. Great. And as we exhale, that right hand is going to meet the left, and we're going to just swoop it across to the other side. Inhale it up like you're blooming towards the sky. And then exhale, that left hand comes by the right. Sound effects can help, I don't know. Inhale it up. Beautiful. Exhale it down. Follow your own breath here. So sort of get into your own flow with what feels good. So you should be getting a nice stretch in the rib cage. I don't think my music's playing, is it? Why won't you play? There we go. Beautiful. I love it. I see some of you are going further back, some of further forward. I love that you're finding what spot works for you, because we are all just we're all a little broken. Let's be real. It's like I'm a little bit more brokener over here. Maybe I should concentrate on that. Great. And whatever side you're going towards, let's just hold that for a moment. Open up that shoulder that's on the bottom. Open it up wide. You can sit sideways on your mat if you need to. Great. And with this arm that's out, go ahead. I call this guitar, air guitar. You're just make some circles, watching your thumb. So your neck gets a nice little bit of mobility in there too. Remembering to breathe. Beautiful. You can keep going or you can find stillness, up to you. Beautiful. And we're going to go to the other side. Whee! And find air guitar, find stillness, just find some movement. Watching the thumb, letting your jaw be really soft, letting your hips relax. I know it's hard. And then maybe finding stillness or finding more movement, up to you. Beautiful. And we're going to come back to the center just for a second. If you don't want to put your hands in the dirt, you can just sort of hover, shake the head out, and let's roll up nice and easy. Woo! You're welcome. I brought the wind. You asked, I delivered. Great. So we're going to straighten our legs out in front of us. And actually, that's a lie. I lied to you already. You just got to know me. We're bending the knees a little. That way the back can be a little straighter. That's going to be a different bend for everyone, depending on their flexibility. Perfect. So we're going to inhale the arms to the sky. Nice big reach. And then exhale with as much of a flat back as possible, folding forward, grabbing the feet. Now you may have to separate the feet away from each other to accommodate boobies or belly or whatever. But if this is easy peasy, you can start walking the heels out. If you're like, this is way too hard, bend those knees more. And that way you can make the stretch work for you. Great. So from here, you're rolling the shoulders back. You're sort of looking forward. I see a squirrel in my point of view. I got really lucky. Maybe you can find something besides me. You don't have to look at me. That's not, And breathe. If it feels good to you to have a little gentle sway, you can do that. Oh my God, guys, look at that dog. He saw that squirrel, didn't he? He's like, I got you next time, dude. Great. Maybe go a little deeper on your next exhale. If you can. If you can't, that's fine too. A tight muscle is not a character flaw. Great. Go ahead and allow your body to relax now. So you don't have to reach so hard, just sort of let the head come down. Notice the breeze, notice the birds. Let it go. Let it go. Let that jaw relax. Let the shoulders relax. You're easing into the stretch, not forcing it. Great. Go ahead and let go of the feet. We're going to roll up nice and easy here. Whew. Great. So we're going to sweep our legs around, get into tabletop position. So hands and knees, shoulders above wrists, hips above knees, easy peasy. And we'll do what's called a cat and a cow. So a cow is if you have udders, we're going to let the belly come down. We're going to let the chin come up. So inhale on cows. And then exhale like a Halloween cat, tucking the tail, letting the body make a kitty cat shape. Great. Inhale, cow. So find your own rhythm here. Inhaling and exhaling. Maybe finding a little wiggle along the way. Great. And just a couple more of those. Beautiful. And now we'll do a little strengthening something, something. We're going to come onto our toes. We're just going to tuck our toes and lift our knees. So you're engaging your low belly here. You're bringing it in and up. Yeah, exactly. Perfect. Yeah, it sucks, right? Happy birthday. So we're going to take a big inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. So hips come back, heels come toward the ground. Great. Inhale, we'll come back to that position. It's called bear. So inhale to bear. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, bear. Just a couple more, guys. Exhale, downward facing dog. And one more time. Inhale, bear. You got this. Downward facing dog. Let that head drop. Let the head be heavy in down dog. Your triceps are going to spin towards your ears here. Spread your fingers out wide and breathe deeply. Breathe softly. The chest is going to want to drop towards the earth, so it's really heavy. Exactly. And I see some of you bending one knee, bending the other. That is perfect. You can absolutely do that. That's one way to get into your hamstrings. You can even shake your booty a little to get your rib cage in there. One more big, big inhale, guys. From the bottom all the way to the top. Open the mouth. Let the breath fall out. Great. And we're going to look towards the top of our mat and just walk towards the top of the mat here. Great. You did it. Let's grab opposite elbows and just hang. You can let the knees be really soft. Just hang and sway. Find your edges here. It means sway really far left and really far right. Not aggressively. Nice and soft. There you go. Letting it feel good. There's a breeze. All right. Great. And go ahead and switch your grip. So you're going to switch your arms out. Your arms are going to feel crooked. Great. And then swing this way too. Perfecto. Breathe. Very, very easy to forget to breathe. Beautiful. Let's drop the hands and we're going to bend the knees and just roll up nice and slow. Letting the head be the last thing that comes up. Let's roll the shoulders back. Wiggle it out if you need to. Good job. So the next thing we're going to do is called a mountain pose. It seems very simple, but it will inform the rest of your postures. Because if you're slouching in mountain pose, you're going to slouch in everything else. So mountain pose, you'll spread your toes out wide. It's pretty simple, but it's nuanced. Spread your toes out nice and wide. Great. And begin to lift your arches. So as your arches lift, you might feel your quads engage. You might feel your kneecaps lift. Perfect. And then you might feel your low belly engage. So you're kind of lifting the low belly and letting the tailbone be heavy. Beautiful. You guys look great. Let's roll the shoulders back and let the heart feel bright. If you feel bright, you're going to look bright. I promise. Beautiful. Oh, you guys look so good. Great. And then exactly, palms are forward, like you have little Care Bear stairs coming out of the palms of your hands. I love it. And just for a moment here, close your eyes and hear the birds. And the baby. Feel your connection to the earth. So feel the toes, feel the body, feel that posture. Maybe give yourself a little smile for doing something good for yourself together. Beautiful. Blink your eyes open if they were closed. We're going to inhale the arms up. Just big reach, palms together, joining at the top, looking at the thumbs. Exhale, we'll fold forward. So bend the knees if you need to. So you know your flexibility in your hamstrings at this point. Touch the ground. And then inhale, hands on thighs or shins, halfway lift. Like your spine is a slinky, you're going to want to extend it long. Exhale, hands are down. We'll go to high or low plank. So step it back. Your knees can be down, your knees can be up to you. And we'll just lower down to our bellies or to a hover. Inhale, we're going to push the hands for a back bend here. Exactly. Roll those shoulders back. Remember, the bright heart will help you. The belly lift will help you. Exhale, tuck the toes downward, facing dog. For 1, breathe. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Look forward between the hands. You can take a few steps. You can hop or you can float to the top of the mat. Do that halfway lift. So slinky spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, swan dive all the way up. Whee, reverse swan dive. And palms at heart center. So we're going to do that 2 more times. So let's inhale the arms up. Big inhale from the bottom all the way up. Exhale, fold. Touch the ground. Inhale, halfway lift. Slinky spine. Exhale, hands down high or low plank. And lower down to the belly or a hover. Inhale, flip the feet, back bend. Bright heart here. Exhale, downward facing dog. For 1. Pressing away from the mat with the hands. So the shoulders will come towards the ears. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Look forward, bend the knees, step or hop to the top of the mat for halfway lift. That was all hyphenated there. Exhale, fold. Inhale, let's bring it all the way up. And exhale, palms at heart center. Last time. Inhale those arms up. And exhale, fold. Inhale for halfway lift. Exhale, touch the ground, high plank. And lower down. He's cheering us on, guys. Inhale for upward facing dog or whatever back bend's comfortable. Exhale, downward. Great, this time we'll pause here. We're gonna lift that right leg towards the sky. Beautiful. This part can be hard. Be easy on yourself. You're going to step between the hands. If you only get halfway, check it out. You can do this. And it works just fine. Great. So to get our arms up, we're going to reach forward and bring our arms up. Hi, kids. I don't know you, but you look cute. Great. So while we're in this position, go ahead and grab your own hips and make sure that they're both forward. You're going to want a nice bend in the knee. The knee's over the ankle. Walk that foot back. That looks hard. Yeah. Yeah, you're making it hard. Yeah, there you go. That's a little easier. You can bend that back knee too. Perfect. That's gorgeous. Great. So you can place your hands on your hips. Make sure your hips are facing forward and bring your arms up. Big inhale. Hold. Notice the breeze. I know it's hard. Relax the shoulders. Low belly breaths. Let that back heel be soft. Big inhale. Brighten the heart. And exhale. We're going to let that back foot go at a perpendicular angle. So we're just going to turn it and bring the arms out wide. Warrior two. Let the arms be really wide. Let the shoulders really relax. Brighten the heart. Beautiful. We're going to drop that back hand, straighten the leg, and lift. Inhale, big stretch through the side body. Exhale, back to warrior two. Shoulders are relaxed. Inhale. Exhale. Last inhale. Woohoo! And then exhale. Great. This time we'll have all 10 toes face the long end of the mat. So I'm going to face you guys so you're not just like hearing my butt talk. Over here, right? Let's have our toes point towards the outside. It doesn't have to be super far, just at a comfortable angle. Perfect. Let's inhale, reach it up. Beautiful. Exhale, bend the knees, goddess arms. So let that heart be nice and bright. Beautiful. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, goddess arms. Shoulders are drawn down. Beautiful. Inhale it up. I say that a lot, but I really mean it. Exhale, bring it down. Two more at your own pace. Inhale. One more. Beautiful. We're going to hold it at the bottom. Place your hands on the inner parts of your thighs by your knees and just bring a shoulder down. Doesn't matter which one. Get a nice stretch here. And you can go back and forth, just sort of get into your shoulders. You can bring your hips down more. You can bounce a little. Good. I'm going to come back over here. Great. Great. And let's go ahead and lift the arms all the way up again. We're going to point that big toe towards the top of the mat. Bring the other one in a little bit. Come back into warrior two. Great. Let's come back to peaceful warrior. That's what this is called. And this time in our warrior two, we're going to hinge at the hips and not collapse into this, but just sort of rest the elbow there and reach this way. Extended warrior. Now, if you're wanting to go further, you can bring this hand towards the ground. Just make sure you're pressing the elbow onto the inside of that shin. If you want to go further still, you can straighten the leg and open the chest. Lifting through that low belly, brightening that heart, maybe a very micro back bend in the upper back. Bonus points if you're looking up through the leaves in the tree. Cue the wind. One more big inhale. And as we exhale, if your leg is straight, go ahead and bend it, but we're all going to come back to warrior two. Wonderful. Let's windmill the arms down, downward facing dog. 4-1. Just noticing right side versus left. 2, 3, breathe, 4, and 5. Let's lift that left leg in the air. We're going to step the left leg through. Remember, you can just grab that ankle and yank it on over. Beautiful. Reach the hands forward and bring them up. Great. If you need to step up, you can. That back heel is up. Very nice. Place your hands on your hips just to make sure that they're facing forward. And then bring the arms up. That happens every class at some point. So this is why we meditate, so we can handle shocking things. I'll find a better system. Great. So feeling that nice stretch. So this stretch is something called your psoas. It's a muscle group that attaches your spine to your legs. Pretty important. One more big inhale. And then exhale, we're going to open it up to warrior 2. So the back foot will pivot. Front knee will bend. So it's the left leg out front. Exactly. Perfect. So that front knee is bent. Back foot. Exactly. You guys look great. Perfect. So we're going to inhale, drop that back hand, lift this palm, straighten the front leg. Perfect. So that left hand is reaching. And then exhale, warrior 2. Lifting through the belly. Inhale, lift. Exhale. 3. We're just doing 5. Exhale. 4. Beautiful. And last one. Exhale. All 10 toes facing the long end of the mat here. Perfect. Let's inhale. Big inhale up. And this time, exhale, we're going to bring the hands behind the back. Interlace the fingertips. Exactly. Open the heart. Big inhale. Beautiful. And on an exhale, let's with a flat back fold forward. Yeah, you can grab your wrists if that's kind of hard. You can grab your forearms. And you can sway a little if you want here. Still noticing what you see, trying not to create stories, noticing what you hear, allowing that breath to slow down. Beautiful. Let's drop the hands to the ground. And we're going to walk the hands towards the left leg. Now watch that right hip. It's going to want to follow. See if you can keep your hips square. So that right hip is going to stay open. And don't worry if you can't reach the ground. You can just grab your leg. Grab onto what you got. Good. Great. Let's walk to the other side. Watching that left hip, letting it stay peeled back. Breathing slowly, breathing deeply. Wonderful. Let's come back to the center and just pause. We're going to roll our bodies up. Whee! Head being the last thing that comes up. Wonderful. So that left foot, let's have the toes point towards the top of the mat and come back to warrior 2. Beautiful. So we're going to do one more peaceful warrior. And then exhale. That left elbow will go on that left knee. That right arm will reach. Beautiful. And just find your depth here. So maybe that left hand goes towards the ground. Maybe that left leg straightens. Or maybe you stay here. Either way, you're going to get a nice stretch. So roll that left shoulder back. Let the heart feel bright. So if you're collapsing in your neck, in your head, see if maybe you can look up towards the tree. Bonus points. Low belly breaths, guys. Nice and easy. Beautiful. Let's take one more big inhale. Oh, that's fine if you want to come up. Exhale, bend the knee if you're straight, and inhale back to warrior two. Beautiful. Let's windmill the arms down. Whee! Last downward facing dog. No more big, hard strength poses. And we'll drop the knees to the ground. Come into a brief child's pose. So that'll have your knees coming wide if you want. And you're just going to let the hips rest back, let the forehead come down. And there's nothing but rest here. Just a little rest. Beautiful. On an inhale, let's begin to come back up to tabletop. I have to walk back on my mat. Maybe you will, maybe you won't. But I'm going to walk my hands forward, keeping my hips above my knees, and come into a puppy pose. So I'm going to let my forearms come down first, let my chest come down, let my head come down. And that's it. It's a nice stretch in the shoulders. Now, for those of you that are more flexible in the shoulders, you may want to press into the heels of your palms and lift the elbows. So you're lifting the elbows by pressing into the palms. Make sure you're breathing here. Hips are above the knees. Beautiful. Yes, I love it. And you can always take little breaks by letting your elbows down or by putting your hips by your feet or by sitting up. So just take it to whatever degree works for you today. Beautiful. Maybe walk your hands towards the left side of the mat. And then the right side of the mat. Back to the center. We're going to put our palms together like prayer hands and just bring them up behind our head like a little shark fin. Still breathing. Beautiful. Go ahead and release. We're going to come back to tabletop here. Woo! And just allow a little movement, allow a little wiggle, maybe flip the palms, maybe, yeah, find whatever feels good for you. Great. So I'm going to cross my ankles behind me right now and just allow my booty to come behind my feet. Whoa, I'm seeing some graceful moves here. I'm going to bring my feet together, knees apart. This asana or yoga pose is called Baddha Konasana. And I just like saying it out loud because it sounds really fun. Baddha Konasana. They don't all have fun names, but that one's just really fun to say. Baddha Konasana. So we're in Baddha Konasana, another opportunity to say it. We're going to go ahead and sway our way down into a forward fold. So just think about moss in a tree, back and forth, noticing it maybe in your low back, maybe noticing it in your inner thighs, maybe noticing it near your knees. And it doesn't matter how close or far away your feet are. So you can play around with where you want your feet to be today. Great. And go ahead and find a nice fold and release. So this is a surrender into the posture here. Thanks, you guys. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and roll up. Ah. I'm going to bring my right leg in and bring my left leg up and over. Now, this won't work for everyone. So if your bottom leg is like, nope, don't want to do that, ta-da, straighten it out, you're good to go. Because the whole point is getting a nice stretch in that left hip. Perfect. So find what degree feels good for you. And what I'm going to do first is grab the leg and just kind of give it a little shake to make sure it gets heavy in my arms, to see if you're being resistant towards yourself. Like, I'm trying to do the self love thing. Come on, work with me here. Let the leg get heavy. Perfect. And then just give it a big hug. Oh, you did your best, leg. Let's trying. And just allow the stretch. So you don't have to take it to 11. You can just make yourself feel. Someone got the reference. Yes, one person. Beautiful. Maybe make your spine a little taller. Remember that bright heart thing? You see how we all end up kind of, I mean, it is humid, but see if you can brighten the heart. Remember that Tadasana? Let the legs stay heavy. Oof. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and release. You can allow the legs to tick-tock back and forth if you'd like, however you want to. And then we'll go to the other side. So the left foot will come in, the right leg will come up and over, or whatever way works for you. One side could be tight, other side could be loose. Who knows? It's a journey. And just give your leg a little shake. Tell me your secrets. Good. Little shakeroo. And then give yourself a big hug. Whenever you're ready. You might have more secrets to shake out. Who knows? What's that? Oh, around. I don't know, man. I'm sure they're around. Oh, thank God. I'm so sorry. I called them earlier with a little art kit, and now they're back. They're doing a good job then. They're checking in, saying, like, Mom, I'm right here. I love it. They're like, we don't have a mother. The art kid is my mother. She opens up her art kit and it says, "Where's my mom?" Oh Lord. So let's brighten our hearts a little bit more, straighten our spines. Now knowing that the children are safe. Feel that breath. We are alive. Great. And go ahead and release. So we have a few moments here. We've done a ton of different postures, ton of different stretches. You've noticed where you're extra tight. It's going to be different for everyone. Just take a moment to wiggle around, stretch that area, just have some freestyle yoga for yourself, and then we'll enter what's called shavasana. So, yeah, if you want to stretch your shoulders, you can do that. If you want to stretch your hips, if you want to do another round of vinyasa, you're welcome to do that. But just find some nurturing movements for the next few moments here. I love it. My mind can go like absolutely white when a teacher says that to me in a class and I'm a teacher. Like, oh, I have a moment, I have to pick something. So if you need something, this is one of my favorites. I get to say Baddha Konasana again, but I do it reclined. So I'm putting my feet together, knees apart, and I'm just placing my hand on my belly. You can also place your hands on your thighs. That's a really, really good one. For me, um, you could also bring your feet to the outside of the mat and let the knees collapse towards each other. That's a counter pose to that. There you go. Beautiful. About another minute of freestyle yoga. Beautiful. Great. And just slowly begin to extend your legs long. Let your arms lay by your body. So you're laying down. Yeah. Shavasana or corpse pose. Ew. And just begin to allow your head to grow really heavy here. The back of your head gets heavy. Your eyebrows are soft. Your right eye in its socket is just relaxing. The left eye in its socket is relaxing. Your eyes can be open or closed, up to you. Your cheeks are soft. Your jaw is unclenched. So unclench that jaw. Let your mouth be totally, totally soft, and your tongue is just heavy here. So your whole mask is removed. It's just you and the tree. Or if you're on Zoom, you and your ceiling fan. Allow that throat to be restful and open. Maybe you notice a whisper of air coming through. The neck is soft. The shoulders are sinking down. The upper arms are easy. The forearms are relaxed. The hands sinking down. And notice every finger just completely still. You may begin to notice your breath moving your rib cage in and out, up and down. You could possibly even notice the subtlety of your heartbeat here amongst the birds, the cicadas, the gentle engine of a car driving by. Allow your hips to really sink down. Notice your next inhale in your belly. And with the exhale, notice both legs sinking down. The right leg, the left leg, the tops and bottoms of the feet, and all the toes. Take one more big inhale. And as you exhale, notice your whole body just relaxing. It's descending. It's being held by Mama Tree here. And we'll just sit in silence for only a few moments. I'll let you know when Shavasana is complete. Enjoy. So slowly, begin to bring your attention back to your breath. Noticing the cool air at the tip of your nose as you inhale, and the warm air escaping as you exhale. You can begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. Maybe shake your head a little, find little micro movements in the legs and arms. If you want to blink your eyes open and see the light pouring through the leaves in the tree, you can. And on any old exhale, you can roll to one side. Take your time. A symbol of rebirth here. And on any old inhale, come up to seated position. Beautiful. Love it. Yeah, be loving. Great. Let's bring it up one more time. Big inhale. And we're going to exhale, palms to heart center. Take a little bow to yourself for showing up for yourself, and especially for doing it with your community, in nature. There's some good synergy created when we're doing things nice for ourselves, but we're also nice to each other. It's so wonderful. So thank you for that. Namaste.